asked the Johannesburg High Court, or rather the South Gauteng High Court, to strike the matter off the roll. This on the grounds that the applicants have failed to prove beyond any doubt that allowing the unfolding conference to continue is in complete violation of their rights and should be interdicted. Now, the group also argues that the outgoing provincial leadership should have been replaced by a task team to prepare for the conference because the current PC's mandate expired back in Feb. However, ANC lawyer William Mukhari says these are not sufficient grounds for the court to intervene on an urgent basis. Our reporter Ntakwane Ngatane joins us now live from the South Gauteng High Court to give us a look into what transpired in court today. Very good afternoon to you, Ntakwane. What a long day in court today. We heard representations from both counsel, and it seems that the argument here is now around the fact that the PEC is no longer a legitimate body. I remember the judge even asking what would happen then if they were to extend the mandate of the current PEC.
Well, that's right, Alicia. Not only a long trial, but an unexpected one on a Saturday. And of course, remember that we are on day 2 of the conference. And so this would have meant that the ANC had said if this case, if they had lost this case, they would have turned that elective conference into a consultative conference, sort of the same way that KwaZulu-Natal did. But as you say, these are the arguments that came through today. Advocate Limpopo citing quite a number of cases to support why it is that they felt that this is an urgent case that should have been decided by this court. And one of the issues that he was raising was the fact that, especially because the conference is on and it was organized by what the applicants call an illegitimate provincial executive committee, that this conference itself should not have happened as it is happening now. But here to talk to me is one of the applicants. Now, Ndate, obviously, you're not happy with the outcome.
Really, we're not happy. We're not happy. We sat here the whole day when our lawyer, Advocate Limpopo, was busy addressing the court. We've noticed from the judge that she lacks political knowledge. This is a matter concerning comrades. So the judge, when she asked Advocate Limpopo as to whether is this the conference that has to run, or is it the conference of the branches, or is it the PEC that has the authority to facilitate over this conference? Our responses, you could see that she lacks political knowledge. The PEC, as we said, through our lawyer, Advocate Limpopo, the PEC has lost authority since April. The PEC is illegitimate, it's bogus. We don't recognize that PEC led by Comrade Chupu Matabata, Noksiabi, Magma Makribeke and others because they've lost power. They are no longer, actually they're not recognized in terms of the ANC constitution as the PEC because their authority as PEC lapsed in February.
But what is the next step from here?
We will consult with our lawyers. We will see what we can do. But I can tell you, this is not the end. What the judge did is only to dismiss the matter, to start the matter of the roll based on the agency that we could not satisfy in terms of Rule 612, which requires us to give a satisfactory account of agency. But we'll come back again. We can tell you now that that conference will be nullified in the near future.
Thank you very much. One of the applicants in this case, Alicia, telling us that they will go ahead and make another application in future and that they expect the court to then nullify this conference. And these are the sentiments that were expressed by Advocate Limpopo. Before the ruling was made, he said to the judge, like we did in the Free State, maybe on Monday, if you don't rule in our favor, we will go back to court, we will file a fresh application, and the new newly elected Provincial Executive Committee of Limpopo will then be nullified. And this is what they're hoping to do from here. Alicia?
All right. I mean, Ntakwane, delegates were already adopting their credentials early on while this court interdict was sitting. So it just goes to show that there isn't a bit of a synergy between the two factions within this party. And we also heard that Ace Magashule has also come out strongly lambasting those that have been rushing to court. What is the sentiments now? I hear that, of course, they're not pleased. The applicants are not pleased. But what is their sentiments now in terms of the way forward?
Well, the arguments of the applicants, Alicia, was that the reason they came to this court in the first place was that they did not get redress within the structures and processes and systems of the African National Congress. And as I said, we've seen this around the country. We have seen it in KwaZulu-Natal. We've seen it in the Free State. We've seen it in the Eastern Cape. And now we're seeing it in Limpopo. So clearly, even though the ANC decided at its conference and warned members that they should use internal processes, it appears that this will not come to an end very soon.
All right, Ntagwana, let's leave it there. Thank you so much. That is our reporter, Ntagwana Ngadani. She's joining us from the South Gauteng High Court, where that case, where that matter was being listened to between the ANC and the disgruntled members. And we've just heard from the members there, one of the applicants saying that, well, following this, they are going to make sure that this conference that is sitting in Limpopo will be nullified.